Retiring doesn't solve your problems. And I've seen far too many retirees that I've helped through the process think that the cessation of paid work will make their life so much better, their problems will go away. Today, I'm going to illustrate this with a story, and make sure to watch to the end when I give a few illustrative examples too of some questions to think about. Hey everyone, I'm Andrew. I'm a CFA charter holder and a CFP professional who's been helping ultra high net worth and high net worth investors for the last several years. And what I do is I take stories from those complex financial lives and I give them to you so that you can apply them to your own life. I had a retiree I was helping once who worked for the same company for 30 years. And towards the end of their tenure with the company, they just kept thinking, one more year and then I get to turn it off. One more year and then I get it turned off. They were just done. They worked long hours. They were a professional who was also managing people. So they had a lot of responsibility on their shoulders. And it was hard work. It was mentally stimulating work, but it was also very draining work. And eventually retirement comes and they were just done. It was almost the same I've seen with a lot of business owners who have liquidity events where whenever the business sells, they just need some time, right? But 6 months afterwards, this person's not building their life back. 5 years removed, they're actually pretty reclusive. They're not doing the things they said they really wanted to. And what I've noticed is this is a truth that tends to happen in life more broadly. We act as if we can't do the things we want until we retire or until we hit some financial goal. And we push it off and we say, then I'll be happy, or then I'll do this, or then I'll do that. When in reality, we're just not willing to do the thing that would provide us meaning. This person in particular wanted to be very involved with their church and said, when I have time, then I'll do that. They wanted to help with the Boys and Girls Club. When I have time, I'll do those things. But once they had the time and they got into these habit structures that were very different, they didn't make the time. My question for you today is, do you actually want to retire, or are you striving for margin in your life? Do you actually just want margin to be able to do the things you want to do? Do you actually just want a little bit less responsibility on your shoulders? Do you actually just want a little bit more flexibility in your schedule? In the way that I've seen successful retirees implement this is they iterate. They take, the vacation, and instead of making it 1 week, they make it 3 weeks. If it's a very high paying, high stress job, I get it. Sometimes it's hard to say no to the paycheck, but perhaps instead of being the corporate lawyer who's working 80 hours a week, you start doing some contract work part-time for just a few corporations. And what many people find is it's not that they didn't enjoy or love what they did. They didn't enjoy parts of what they did. But to understand that, you need to iterate. And what we don't want to have is a holistic change from one extreme to the other. 80 hours a week to no hours a week. Some people can thrive in that. Most people can't. And so my encouragement is iterate and ask yourself, am I actually wanting to have cessation of paid work? Or do I just have a few things that I need to try in life that are different and maybe a better work-life balance? Maybe just some lower responsibility structures at my job. Maybe just part-time work. I'll leave you with this. I had a client once who was a surgeon, and they said, Andrew, as long as my hands are steady and don't shake, mine are shaking right now. As long as my hands are steady and they don't shake, I'm performing surgery. Because so long as they had the mental capacity and they had the physical capacity, that's something that brought them meaning in life. They felt they were putting something good into the world. They didn't want to do call anymore. They didn't want to be at the hospital 100 hours a week, but they did still want to help society in the way that they felt they were able to. Work is not bad. Retirement's not bad. What we should rather be striving for is a life that provides meaning. And what I don't want you to do is throw the baby out with the bathwater and say, I don't like my job, therefore I should retire, when maybe you don't like certain aspects and you could start to iterate over time. Well, what are the aspects I do enjoy, and how do I achieve that in a different structure, or even in the same structure differently? I hope that's helpful. Until next time, see y'all.